Hey guys, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to the Kamado Joe Cooking Channel. Today we're going to fire up our Kamado Joe Classic and use the Divide and Conquer flexible cooking system to cook some fish and some veggies. So let's get started. I've lit a fire in the Kamado Joe Classic and I've put the Divide and Conquer flexible cooking system in. I've got my cast iron grate on the lower side on the left, and on the upper side on the right I'm going to put my laser cut veggie and fish grate up here, and we're going to cook some veggies on this and we're going to cook some fish down here. So while our grill's coming up to temperature, let's go get everything else ready, and then I'll meet you back here at the grill. We're going to let this grill settle in at a dome temperature of about 400 degrees. Okay, our grill's up to temperature, so I'm going to open this guy up. I've taken some asparagus, wrapped them in prosciutto, and stuck a couple skewers through them, and we're going to set those right on the grate here, just like that. I've got a couple squash that I've treated the same way. We're going to put those on the grate right beside those, and we're going to put our tuna steaks down on the lower grate. Cook these guys for a few minutes, and then we will come back and give them a flip. Okay, we've been cooking here for just a couple of minutes, so I'm going to open this up and we're going to give these skewers a flip. And keep those cooking. The fish is not quite ready to turn yet. Okay, we've been cooking just a little bit longer here, so we're going to flip these fish. And let those cook for just another couple of minutes, and then we'll be back. Okay, while that fish is finishing up, I'm going to grate on just a little bit of Asiago cheese onto our asparagus and our squash here, just a little, as these finish up, and then we'll be back in just a couple of minutes to take this stuff off. Okay, just a few minutes later, a total of maybe 6-7 minutes on the grill, we're ready to go. So I'm going to take this off, we'll take it inside and have a taste. Okay guys, let's have a taste. I'm going to cut a little piece off of this tuna, and for those of you who don't like your tuna rare, you might want to avoid this. I like mine on the very rare side, so let's have a taste. That's perfect. And then for some seared squash. The squash has a perfect texture. It's got just a little bit of crunch left. You don't want to leave that on there too long to where it gets soggy. And then our bacon wrapped, or our prosciutto wrapped asparagus. That's perfect. You don't need to add any salt to that. The prosciutto brings plenty of salt to the asparagus. I just like to drizzle it with extra virgin olive oil, and you can add any kind of seasoning you like to this. I've added a little of my homemade seasoning blend that I use on some of this. So this is a good example of how you can use your Divide and Conquer flexible cooking system to cook multiple things at the same time, especially when you've got things that are going to go quickly, like a couple of tuna steaks and some veggies. So give this a try. Let me know what you think. Join us on Facebook, facebook.com/KamadoJoe. Follow us on Twitter @KamadoJoe. And until next time, this is John Setzler with Kamado Joe Cooking Channel.